Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in, come on in. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Oh, and I've been shopping on eBay, and I spotted something that has like 13 bids. It's going for a really high price. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to jump on and live stream and show you this item and show you why it's going so high, because someone is a very, very smart seller. And when I see things like that, I love to share them with you, because what it does is by looking at eBay listings and by looking at listings that are doing really well, I get ideas for my listings, which I love to share with you. So that's my first tip about why is this going so high is when you're listing, besides using Terapeak and besides using advanced search and other tools you might use to look at what the solds are, also look at active listings and see if there is one in your category, whether it's a red women's top, whether it's a puzzle, whether it's a game, salt and pepper shakers, whatever it is. And just do like a generic search for the general category and see if there's one that seems to be going higher than others. Same thing when you're looking at solds. Look at the ones that are higher. Sort by sold, completed, highest price first. Hi. Yay. So glad you're here. Look at highest price first when you're looking at solds to see why did this go so high, because what you want to do is figure it out so that you can take advantage of it and you can get a great price too. So let me show you right away what I was searching. So with the recent passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, obviously all things royal are doing very, very well right now on eBay. And what I was searching was teddy bears to get ideas of different prices on teddy bears for helping a client. And as an homage to the Queen, I said, let me check Paddington, because if you're not aware of this, there's a really wonderful video, and do search it. It's a lot of fun to watch, of her for her Jubilee with Paddington the bear. Paddington is quintessential, wonderful British bear. Just fun. If you're not familiar with Paddington, do search it, because Paddington is wonderful. And I grew up being read Paddington the bear stories, among other wonderful stories. So I love Paddington. So I said, let me just check to see Paddington, because I was doing a search for bears. And I did solds, and sure enough, a lot of Paddingtons have been selling for the past couple days. But this is what caught my eye with Paddington. So again, you're searching teddy bears or Paddington or whatever you're doing, puzzles. For right now, for instance, it might be Buckingham Palace puzzle, whatever it is that you're listing. Okay. So you're going to check the solds, see how that's going, and then go and check the active, because sometimes something all of a sudden has become a hot trend and you may not be aware of it. So it might be a very popular clothing style because of a movie that just came out, or a TV series that's very popular, or celebrity wore that pattern or that style, and all of a sudden it's super hot. Again, there might be a picture, or there might be a YouTube video or any kind of video. All of a sudden, a celebrity or a person of interest is shown doing something or showing something, and all of a sudden that style or that item becomes like a hot item. So always check, because all of a sudden things can like take off, and you want to make sure you take advantage of it and don't underprice your item. And this is what's so interesting. So anyway, so I was searching Paddington. Lovely listings, and this is what caught my eye. So anyway, look at this. Paddington, $18 or best offer. Very nice listing, white background, so the bear really pops. Nice long listing, good keywords, all things I would be looking for in a listing. I mean, look at this. This is great. GAN, so it's the brand, the year, soft plush, smart. Again, this is vintage Paddington, smart. It's Sears, good. I mean, these are all great keywords. Plush, large, stuffed animal, good. Okay, and then also I scroll down. So this is, look at this, $18 best offer, fixed price with $5.25 shipping. Vintage Paddington, $8.99, $5.25 shipping, also best offer. These are both also sponsored, by the way. So two savvy sellers using promoted listings. because there are 807 plush teddy bear Paddingtons listed. And then take a look at this one. This is the one that grabbed my eye. And if you watch this after this auction ends, you'll search this. It's vintage 14-inch Paddington Bear, stuffed plush teddy bear, 1970s Eden, books and China. Hi, Sharon. How are you? This is what I wanted to bring to your attention. So if you scroll through teddy bears, and again, this could be for any category, women's clothing, t-shirts, hats, puzzles, China, plates, whatever, the majority of the listings are fixed price. And 80% or more at this point of eBay is fixed price, which is it's a buy it now. And then some sellers do best offer, some sellers don't do best offer. Very interesting. This seller, one, I'm sure is very aware of the fact that with the Queen's recent death, that Paddington is going to be a hot item in many people's minds, again, because of the recent Jubilee and because of the really sweet video of her with Paddington. So they listed this in auction, okay? So again, be willing to list differently. If everybody's doing auction, you might want to do fixed price. If everybody's doing fixed price without best offer, you might want to do fixed price with best offer. This seller stepped outside the box. The box being just about everybody's got best offer, everybody's got fixed price. This seller did auction. Auction is a really smart choice when you are listing something and you're really not sure really how high it could go. So look at this, $61. Again, a lot of other cute bears, $61. Why? One auction, okay? The other thing is, a very smart seller has China and books with Paddington. So my tip for you when you're sourcing or if you're listing things that are your own, okay? So I'm decluttering, which is how I started selling on eBay, was decluttering. So you have Paddington, or you have the other bear, or you have a toy, or again, you might have a book, okay? Do you have something that you can put with it? I'm thinking like a cookbook. So I might have a cookbook. It's muffin recipes. Maybe I've got a wonderful muffin tin I could put with it. Or maybe I have multiple muffin cookbooks. This seller bundled. It's bear, China, and books. And look at the $61. So that's the other thing. When you're out sourcing, so I find a Paddington, or I find the wonderful cookbook that might go for $19.99, okay? Is there something else I can put with it that increases the value of the item? And that's what you're looking for. Is there something I can bundle? And it might be right on hand, right? So you're listing that really cute dress for a child. Do you have a hair bow? Do you have a cute little purse? You know, something that you can put with it. Why? Because it increases the perceived value of the item and it helps your item to stand out. I scrolled through a bunch of Paddingtons and there are a lot of cute ones. This was the only one I saw like this with the books and the China. So again, it could be you're outsourcing. So you get the Paddington or you get the puzzle. Let's say it's Buckingham Palace. I look around. Is there something else royal? Is there something else British at this yard sale, at this thrift store that I could bundle with it? I remember because my mother was a huge fan. She always had British tea towels. Again, is there something that I can bundle? Now, obviously, this is Paddington China and Paddington books, but I might be out thrifting. I might be at the yard sale and I see the bear, but I don't see the books because the books and the China might be in a different location. So when you see something like that, keep an eye out. Is there something similar themed, right? So it might be Buckingham Palace puzzle and then Buckingham Palace, I'm trying to think of something, you know, magnets or t-shirt or a hat or a scarf that I can put with it. And look at this. It is up to $61 with $17 shipping. And that's another thing. If you're doing auctions, be sure to charge for shipping. And I'm trying to look at this. Hang on a second. Back to with 16 minutes left. Somebody has done a very good job. Again, why? They stepped outside the box. Everybody else was best offer. They went auction. They bundled. So they took their cute little Paddington and they had other Paddington themed items and they bundled them. Okay. So that's my encouragement to you is, again, you do your research, you've got your item. Also, when you're outsourcing, are there similar themed things that you could put together? Because I assume when you're outsourcing, you've got your phone with you and you're checking sold, so that I can make a bundle. If that extra thing, like let's say the china is like $1 or $2, the bears are going for $15, $20 now with the china. And obviously it's timely because of the Queen's recent death. But with the china, I'm up to $61. The little books, not heavy, right? So I might do Paddington and the book. Or I'm trying to think, like Beatrix Potter's another wonderful one to do things like that. Again, the figurine and the book, maybe the figurine and the child's plate. So always be looking when you see a themed item and something that's recognizable. Paddington is recognizable, but other themed things where it's a very recognizable toy or puzzle or game. And again, this can be plates, this can be home decor. Is there something else that I could put with it? And then look at this smart seller, because again, not really sure with everything going on how high this would go. $61, because the seller took the risk to go, you know what, I'm going to do an auction and I'm just going to see how high this can go. And I know for me, if I was doing Paddington with some dishes and books, I don't think I would think $61. I think, the dolls, the little dolls are going for like, $10, $15, and then some shipping, they're going for maybe like $20, $61, and there's still time on the auction. So again, do your research. When you're outsourcing or you're decluttering, are there things I could put together that increases the perceived value of the item? Also, because there are, let me go back and check how many Paddingtons are listed right now. There are 807 Paddingtons. Is there something I can put with my Paddington, with my teddy bear, with my cute little dress, with the cute baby shoes, with the child's plate, that my listing will stand out from the 100 of others? Very good listings. There's a lot of good titles, good pictures, that my item can stand out. So consider auctions, consider bundling, and do check. All of a sudden you notice, you're scrolling through and like something hasn't been selling that much, and all of a sudden it's selling like crazy. Is very typically there is something going on in current events that item is spiking. And then something like this wonderful auction that the seller has put together with the Paddington and the china and the books, it's like, go for it, right? Think outside the box. Be willing to make choices that other sellers are not making. Okay. eBay Open's coming up September 21st through 23rd. I was thrilled to be part of the sneak peek preview that was last week. I've got some super tips for you about attending eBay Open. I will literally walk you through each day, help you to make choices that will help your eBay, because we're all different. So hop over to my website. It's totally free, and grab it. So you're going to hop over to I Love to Be Selling, and you're going to look for, we're going to scroll down. We're going to look for your seller success checklist for eBay Open 2022. Grab it. I have tons of sellers that have grabbed it and just go, thank you, Kathy. It's free. It's my gift to you. I've had the great honor to speak at eBay Open several times. I also attend a lot of conferences, which I love. I love going to conferences and speaking at a lot of conferences. And I have a whole system that I use to go through the content to make the choices that are going to be best for me where I am right now. And that's the big thing when you're attending conferences, is what your need was maybe a year ago or 2 years ago is different than right now. So grab my free checklist, your seller success checklist for eBay Open 2022. Download it and use it. It'll help you prep for eBay Open. Our phones are must-haves when we're outsourcing. Absolutely. I used to be a little nervous about it, like sort of run off out in the corner. I don't anymore. I just stand there and I just look things up. No shame. And especially when something could be potentially a hot item. is I grab it, I put it in my cart, and then I start looking it up because I don't want somebody like grabbing it out from underneath me. Promoted listings do pay off, especially when an item is a hot category. Yes, and you can promote things for as little as 2%. So again, back to Paddington with 800 other Paddingtons. The ones at the top were the ones that were promoted with promoted listings. Great point. So think outside the box. Think sometimes, can I bundle this? Think, is an auction going to be a good idea for this? Because again, this thing went up to over $60. I was like, that's grabbed my eye. I was like, what? It's like, good job from this seller, and grab my free seller success checklist for eBay Open 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.